vertical. We want it to be tiltable. There's all kinds of scenarios that people have started. We want it to be scalable in size. We picked 30 inches diagonal on this screen purposefully because we had two objectives. One was we wanted to have social collaboration. So it had to be big enough so that you'd actually want 4 or 5 or 6 people sitting around this having a concurrent session. At the same time, we had a lot of feedback that some people would want to do this by themselves. And so we had to make it not too big so that you could touch all the sides of the screen from one side, or else it was kind of wasted display size. So that's what got us to the 30-inch initially, but there's a lot of demand and interest for tiling them, for scaling them, making them all conference tables, all that kind of stuff. And so we're looking at the right approach for us versus the ecosystem on how we try to start to build out this marketplace.
When the touch wall was demoed a couple of weeks ago, there was a lot of talk from people, well, this is in direct competition with Surface. Are you guys working in tandem? Because you mentioned going vertical and horizontal.
So a lot of the group of people that worked on Touchwall have also helped some of the initial work with Surface. Again, it's a huge step to take a prototype and an exploration approach to commercialize it. And so
there's a lot of excitement over Touchwall.
There is a lot of excitement, and that's from a vision standpoint. That's where I think a lot of the marketplace wants to. Bigger's better, right?
Yeah.
In a lot of cases, and having it on a vertical orientation is also really interesting for a lot of digital signage applications, a lot of corporate scenarios, and so we're definitely looking at that, and we're engaged. The teams. It's actually a bunch of different teams, all talk to each other. We have lots of group meetings and stuff. So I don't see it as a competition. I see it as, again, this is a new market category. I don't really worry about competition because I need them to make this thing credible. I don't want to be one product. And it's sort of like, remember when microwavable food came out in the grocery store? When it was that one company doing it, you kind of were like, wow, is that really real? Is that going to give me cancer? I'm worried about that. All of a sudden, when it became its own little aisle in the grocery store and you had 4 or 5 different big brands promoting it, all of a sudden it grew the whole thing. So it's about primary demand, and you actually need competition.
That's a paradigm shift in thinking about how to compute,
That's right.
how to interact.
And until we see other big competitors jump in, it's hard to build a category all to ourselves. Now we're Microsoft, we're a very large company, we can pull it off, but it sure is helpful to have other people jumping in. And so whether we add other products within Microsoft or other companies do it, I actually think it'll only encourage the overall demand. At some point, it'll be a market share game.
Yeah.
And then I'll care more. but for now, it's more about making this a real, credible new category versus anything.